Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, episode 15 of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go over the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your hut lineup decisions. So again, guys, we're going to go through all of the comments in the last video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys check out King's Coast Coffee. They're a sponsor of my channel, the best coffee on the planet. I drink it literally every episode. Link for it is down below. Code NOSLEEVES will save you 10% off. Also, if you're not a big coffee drinker, but you're looking for a Christmas present for somebody, their cocoa is legit incredible. So, again, just check them out. And again, links are down below. Alrighty, folks, let's get into today's episode. And we are going to start off with Shixers. He says, "Hey, Sleeves, I've been loving the vids lately, so keep up the great work." Thank you, my man. I just started playing again after a little break, and I'm going through a mini rebuild of my team, and I'm wondering who are some good centers to pick up. I have 200k to spend and need 3 centers. I have under 22 Turcotte that I can play at center, but I don't know if he would be good enough center. He's fine. I just did a video ranking all of the current best players at each position. I would say Cousins as well as Byfield and Doc are your best options for centers. Outside of that, man, center is a pretty weak position, but if you're looking for one that's kind of cheaper, I mentioned him in another video as well, the 88 Akil Thomas, the Superstar Origin one from the Ice Dogs. He's a very, very good option as well. Hey, wow, what a name. Hello, Sleeveless. Great video as usual. My question is, what should I do next, and where do I improve? I only have 10k, so you have no money to really improve at all. Your team is in a very good spot. You have Eichel, Draisaitl, and McDavid. I'm assuming those are not X Factor. Oh, I see him here, yeah. Those are all X Factors. You have Dahlin. Dude, I love Jonathan Dahlin as a player for my Sharks. I can't stand his Hut Champs card. It's already off my team. That said, you're looking to just upgrade your under 22s and X Factors. Like, on the right side, you have Suzuki. It's tough too. No, dude, I'm just upgrading X-Factors. Play some Hut Champs. Get some of those power-up collectibles. They're 1-for-1. And you already have Dahlin, so I know you play Hut Champs. So what I would recommend is just keep grinding Champs and turning those power-up collectibles into upgrades for your team. Draisaitl being in the middle there, you could look to, like I said, just mentioned in the prior comment, like Akil Thomas, someone like that, a little bit better for you, but Draisaitl is fine as well. Let's see. Mac Attacks. Commenting again. This is my first content. Magically disappears. Yo, bro, you didn't give me a question. Hook me a question. Mac Attacks. I will remember. Next time, hook me a question, and I'll be happy to answer. And, you guys, if your comments disappear, I don't know why, but just hop into my stream. I'm happy to help you. I won't do a full team build on my stream. I have something that's you have to build up channel points, because if I didn't, then it would literally just be everyone asking me questions. However, on Tuesdays during my stream between 2 and 5 p.m., I do something called Team Build Tuesday, where anyone that is subscribed to my Twitch channel, we just go over teams, all for about an hour long. So be sure to check that out. So my Hut team, 90 Team of the Week, Ovi, Matthews, Base McDavid, Stutzla. Okay, just wondering if you think the same thing I am. Chase X, McDavid, McKinnon, Lemieux, and Gretzky. Currently working on upgrading my X Factor 22s. I mean, yeah, that's honestly the goal for everyone, or it should be. That should be the goal for everyone. So in this case, you're just doing the seasonal as well as the repeat X Factor set to try and get those guys. Your team is fine the other way. Like, there's nothing else you need to upgrade. Wait for the next event. What up, Jordan? Hope you're having a great day, my man. The hockey Lego bag is Sleeves. Here's my team. He's got Panarin, Zegras. Is Zegras a righty? I don't think Zegras is a righty. Put him on the left side. I'm assuming why, because you have a lot of... Oh, yeah, you have Panarin and McKinnon on the same side. Switch Zegras and McKinnon, my man. Switch them up. What do you think I should do to upgrade my team next? You need Base McDavid. Base McDavid is better than X Factor Huberdeau or Pettersson. You know, I know that they're X Factors, but until they get an upgrade, not worth it. Get Base McDavid. My man, love the videos. Keep up the great work. Love the podcast. New episode of Coffee and Shell is out. Check it out on Apple Pod as well as Spotify and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. Search Coffee and Shell. It's like a brown wooden background. It says Coffee and Shell with a stick in it. Myself and Kesso do one every single week. We talk about Hockey Ultimate Team for about an hour and answer listener questions as well. So be sure to check that out. Brandon Halsey says, "Hey, I made Stutzla and Ottinger so far this event. Otts is because I'm a Dallas fan. Honestly, I use him at 86, and I feel like I don't even need to upgrade him. Also true. With already 222, should I make Draisaitl or Jack? I'm using 93 McDavid, but not really feeling him. Hughes would slot in, and I'd sell McDavid. I wouldn't do that. Dude, your defense is fine. You got to remember, that's like 400K in value to upgrade. So I probably wouldn't get any more. No, I probably wouldn't get any more. Hey, Sleeves, love the content as always. Here's my team. What should I improve on, and what card should I get? He's got Puljujarvi, Giroux, and Duchesne. All right, this is a pretty gross squadron here. Letang. Okay, you've got McDavid on his strong side. You should probably put Giroux at wing, move Crosby or Matthews up, put McDavid on the wing here. Outside of that, upgrade your under 22s. Like, you're just chilling. Your team is very good, man. I'm just waiting. Like, you have nothing else to chase here. Eric LaFrance says, hey, Sleeves, love your grind this year. I have a decent team. Need to know where to go next. He's got Caulfield. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Matthews, McDavid, Bedard, Icon, Forsberg, Duchesne, Barzal, Stamkos, Kane, McKinnon, Couturier, Zegras. Okay. I have 200K. Forsberg, Stamkos, all tradable cards. Running out of gold players. I would not do the 80 Icon choice pack. I would do another X Factor. Yeah, get McKinnon's X Factor. There's a couple other ones that I would take even. I mean, Stamkos' X Factor. There's a lot of options there. There's no one that needs to come off your team for somebody else. Like, when you see teams like this, guys, like, obviously there are better cards than, you know, X Factor Couturier or I mean, actually, not really. But let's use Couturier as an example. There's better cards that you could have, but the cost to upgrade them and the difference that you're going to receive in that is just not nearly enough. David Wesson says, appreciate all the content so far. Very, very useful. The question is, I'm sitting on a ton of Team of the Week, Prime Times, and other low-end specialty cards. Will there be a specific set that calls for these, or maybe should I start treating them as base cards? Also, by chance, non-upgradable icons. Maybe a specific need for those? Are you talking about alumni cards? Hope this makes sense in advance. Your content has helped me tremendously after our hiatus of hockey. UFC 4 made the move question. Sorry for the like. No problem, dude. So, Dale Dutcher is also replying on a lot of these. Guys, I love it when you guys reply to these because some questions up at the top I won't get to, and I love it when you guys are, you know, the community that I have right now, because of the growth that I've seen on my channel, has been tremendous, and I can't get to everyone. So if you're not in my Discord, join my Discord. We have over 2,500 members that literally just talk HUD all day, or real life hockey, or even Halo and Battlefield. So join that if you haven't already. If you have any questions, we have a team builder spot that, you know, if I can't get to it, everyone else in the community will. So I really appreciate anyone commenting on these that I can't get to. So in terms of Team of the Week Prime Time, so I remember I made this call early on in the year, and we're starting to see it a little bit. That Black Friday event, there was a set where it's like trading 5 old Prime Times, but you saw what they were doing. I doubt we ever get one where it's like, hey, there's this 90 overall primetime pack trading 20 primetime cards. I don't think we're going to get that. EA has like a issue with giving us guaranteed cards. Like and I doubt that we ever get anything like that. I would just start treating them as normal cards, man. My faith in them releasing a cool set at the end of the year where it's like, oh man, there's this 90 primetime McDavid, like golden primetime where you trade in 1 million of them and you get it. It's not going to happen. I have no faith in that. Spooky Skeleton says, hey man, love the work you put in to make all these quality videos. Who should I upgrade first between Byram, Hughes, Crosby, X Factor, McCarr, X Factor, Kirby, Doc, Scheifele? Okay, so these are all X Factors. Okay. If they're all at 0, like you haven't upgraded them at all, Crosby, because Crosby could be a number 1 center. He's very good this year. Same with McCarr, because McCarr doesn't become really useful until you get him up a little bit. But then after that, Kirby Doc, because he's so slow that he really takes advantage of his size and everything at this point in the game when you get him up. After that, Scheifele's good. He gets fly the zone at some point, and Hughes is already fast. Byram as well. He's already quick, but I would definitely focus on Crosby first. Hey, Sleeves, is light work zone ability any good for Otter? Off the top of my head, I can't remember what light work does. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to do this live because I, for the life of me, can't remember it. Because there's 2 that are very good. Exceptional save ability and reaction time when facing wrist shots. 8 points on a goaltender because you'd want to activate X-Ray no timer is tough. Give it a try. I can't guarantee that. That's a lot to invest in a goaltender. Great video. Love the podcast. Thank you, Dan. Chris Tully says, thanks for all the great content, Sleeves. You're my favorite NHL YouTuber and keep coming out pumping out the best content. Thank you, my dude. I'm wondering your opinion on centers and size. You talk a lot about size being really important for centers. My centers are all relatively small, and I have some bigger guys I could switch around to maybe play up the middle, but they have far lower face-off and defensive stats than the smaller guys. I try to keep my team being mainly players I like and players from my favorite teams, but my bottom two centers I don't care about. Should I be looking to switch it up for some bigger centers, or am I on the right track by keeping the higher face-off and defensive stat up the middle? So, all right, good question to bring up. I talk about it a lot. Here's the main reason, okay? Your center is not the player that you should be breaking the puck out with. Like, in a perfect world, if you have close support, I have a video about this, about breaking the puck out of the zone. Go watch my tip videos. The defenseman to the center that's in front of your goaltender, if as long as he's open, is like your point guard. That is what a centerman really does. Like, he's a point guard. When you lose the puck, or when you get the puck in your defensive zone and they fall back, so you don't have an option to just beeline down the boards, that is when your center becomes important. And you're not going straight forward. You're going left and right. You're trying to hold off the puck. Maybe you're trying to deke around somebody. That is why having a big centerman that's very hard to knock off the puck is so important. So you can sacrifice some speed there where normal big centers won't. Another thing is that in the defensive zone, your centerman is the one in the slot, covering those guys in the slot. Being able to bump players off the puck or get in the way, having longer stick, is just a big-time advantage. So that's why I talk about having big-time centermen. Now, you also touch on that you have your favorite players. Always choose your favorite players, man. 100%. You have Perfetti and Turcotte. Turcotte's fine. 5'11" is okay. Like, that's not detrimental. Perfetti, I think, is a little bit less than that. Like, I would much rather have Kirby Dach. There's a reason why the better players in the game love Kirby Dach and they don't care about his speed, and that's because he just doesn't lose the puck. Like, it's very difficult for someone to bump someone off. And when I talk about bumping, guys, for them who doesn't know, when when you're chasing somebody, you're stride for stride with someone, and you start hammering up on the right thumbstick, and you're not going to get a big hit animation, but you're basically just shoving, right? Bigger players, no matter their body checking size, impact the size of the height of the player will impact the ability to get a stumble animation more than anyone else. A smaller player will lose the puck and get bumped off easier and have a heck of a time bumping someone off to get the puck back. That's why I talk about that. Face-off rating, I've talked about this a lot. I have an NHL 20 face-off video. Actually, I think it's for 21 as well. Nothing has changed. So if you guys want me to redo it for this year, I can redo it. It is exactly the same. I will, I might just go over it. I might just talk about it and have the same clips ahead because it is exactly the same. Once you learn how to do face-offs properly, I'm talking about knowing the counters and understanding the strategy when you're lining up on the draw, your face-off stat does not matter, guys. Face-off rating is an offline stat. I've talked about this with the developer Ben Ross, who is the head gameplay developer. Face-offs is a mechanic, not an attribute. So again, it's a rock, paper, scissors mechanic. If you do the counter, you will win. When you have a low face-off rating, the only time it comes into play is if you both do the exact same thing. Now, obviously, that gives you an advantage, but if you're smart on face-offs, very rarely will you ever have a situation where you both do the same thing. So that's why it's just not that important. Defensive awareness, however, is very important. That is the stat that indicates how well they can intercept passes. You need to make sure that's high among centermen. Sorry for the long one there, guys. Jacob Hanna says, hey, Sleeves, love your videos. I have a second X Factor McDavid untradeable. Any idea what to do with it? Cry. That sucks, man. Sorry, there's nothing you can do. Loving the content, Sleeves. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. Man, a lot of you guys just saying thank you. I appreciate that, guys. All right, Riley Lakorski, hey, Sleeves, I'm a new sub this season. I'm wondering, what do you think I should do next? My team is McKinnon, Oates, McDavid. Man, Oates in NHL 21. Love them. Panarin, Matthew Stutzla. We've got Stamkos, Ferraro, Ovi, Makar, Crosby, Pedersen, Jones, Hedman, Salo, Byron, Makar, Kasparaitis. I'm just stuck if I keep Oates because I play well with them, and I'm just stuck in what I should do next to my team. I'm getting next step to getting my team to be better. And if free to play, I'm going to get that Hughes. They just come out with, I have almost 100K, and I can sell Kasparaitis, waiting to see if he goes up a little more. Kasparaitis probably won't jump up in price at all. He'll probably stay around a little bit and then fall. In terms of your centerman, man, like, you could go out and get one of the big three that just came out, like Dach, who I would recommend, or Byfield if he's a little bit cheaper because it's week 2, or Cousins. Those are the ones that I would go after and get. Also, you have X Factor Crosby. Spend your cards upgrading this X Factor Crosby because that's really your number one center behind Matthews. I think Matthews is still the best over Oates. I would get rid of Oates if you can, and then keep doing your X Factor set to try and get McKinnon. Other than that, man, play Hut Champs and try and get some collectibles to turn into the power up collectibles there. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for episode 15. Again, you want to make sure you subscribe with notifications on for your best chance to get your question answered in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Come check me out on stream. I start at 2 p.m. Eastern time until 5 p.m. Eastern when the new content comes out. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.